Okay, hello my closers. So I'm gonna be reacting or doing a listening for the Blackout album. So I do know that they have already dropped their showcase, and like I was gonna react to the performance after I watch or listen to the album because I know they did another song called Jane Doe, I believe. That's gonna be, I guess maybe them doing a B-side promoting it. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and listen, y'all. Oh wait, is that the right order? Oh, I guess we're gonna listen to the X version, English version. I live for this like piano like feel the thrill like the whiplash. Feel the vibe turning back, wanna check my trace. Oh. Eyes on shuffle, can resist. Bumping out, blowing out, and can feel this. I already erased it. No need to worry, just face it. Oh. Anything, just I don't need a minute. Yeah, on a Mars. 545, yeah, got another gear. It's a lap, go run it on the wheels. We're going naked. I was surprised they're gonna do that. I was surprised that I heard that they were doing English version, but I'm also not surprised because SOB is on English, right? Ready for the race, love it on my way to the max. Limits on the speed. X, go baby. Everything will be 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, good like I could see. I can lose the way. Never had a shame. Night and day I'm chasing 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, good like I could see. Okay, come on, Kenshin. I don't wanna waste, never mind, I just take that definition, let's get the that's my place to the max. Limits of the speed, find a way I breathe. Everyone will be to the 5, 6, 7, 8, I'll get reach the heat. Can't lose the way, never had a shame. Night and day I'm blazing to the max. Could be something all included. Like this little second like verse before they get to the ending part, like oh. Ooh, so they did really good, like not gonna lie. Usually for me, I when it comes to like English versions or like different versions of like the original song, for me I tend to actually prefer the if it came in Korean first, I prefer that version first. But there recently I have been feeling like I have been like actually been liking English versions of like the other of the songs as well, just because sometimes like it can feel a little sound a little bit like awkward in terms of like translation. But I think they did a really great job. And but still, I think I'm still gonna end up listening to the Korean version more. To be honest, like that's just me because usually, like I mentioned before, I usually tend to like if it came in like one language, like the first time, like the original version is like in one language, I usually prefer that version. I don't know why. It's just like I guess it's just like the way that it sounds and flows is a little bit better. But here it wasn't too bad. Like I didn't like hate it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, there's some groups where I was just like, oh, like I like ended up hating like the English version. I'm just like I like the Korean. Like I I say like I immediately say like I like the Korean version better, even though like it's not like a bad flow or anything. It's just like I think I'm just so used to singing it in Korean, if that makes sense. But okay, we're gonna move on to the next track, which I think is SOB. So I'm just like I'm gonna get into like just hype era right now. Interesting that they started with the English version of X first and then SOB. That's weird. A little bit weird. I don't know why. They love the rap. I want the love that they had. Like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. No risk. Not like this. So cold. I got ice on my eyes. I got tunnel vision. Yet that it's on sight. I can the biz, they want to get down, every time. You don't know. You don't wanna be like me, SOB. You don't wanna be like me, SOB. Came for the money, yeah, never be familiar, yeah. They don't wanna be like me, below SOB. This song has really grown on me more than I thought it would. Tell me I look this good. Got so shook. I don't really wish you could. Oh na na na. Oh na 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 na. Like I said, I usually don't like EDM music, but like this song is just so catchy that I'm just like, it's a vibe. Ice on my eyes. I get tunnel vision, bet that it's on sight. Rocking the and it's a good way to like show a different side to them for sure. You don't wanna be like me, SOB. You don't wanna be like me, SOB. Came for the money, yeah, never be familiar, You don't wanna be like me, SOB. Yeah, it's getting really, it's just catchy, so I'm just like, okay. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm already living. Oh, what kind of dance are they gonna do to this? Oh my god! Is that Xiang doing that? Because Jesus Christ. Oh! Oh, what is the dance gonna look like this? I'm so curious for when I watch the stages. Ooh! Minwook! I hate to say it, y'all, but even though this is like only the third song I've heard for this album, I think this might be my favorite song, favorite album from this discography so far now. The falsetto, oh my god. Oh, another lovesick. Ooh, is that Kitchen doing that? Hey. Hey. Ooh, Kimmy! Oh, I love a good run. Oh. Oh my god, this song's so good. Okay, I know. That's I that song is so good. Yeah, I'm really excited to see the stages after this because I know this is like the B-side I think that they're gonna end up promoting. But also, like I said, I think this is actually gonna be my favorite album out of the whole discography. Just cause, immediately whenever I heard the album, that one actually took I liked all my poetry a lot, right? But the B-sides for me, to be honest, like I had to it ended up being an acquired taste for me where I had to like listen to them a bunch of times before they finally started like feeling being catchy to me and like enjoying it more and like learning the lyrics. And then obviously for Snowy Summer was like the same thing because I did really like You a lot, like a little bit, and then like once I started hearing it and like seeing it get performed and like them do like the live clip, I loved it even more. Bubble Tea is still like not my favorite song I think for that album, but like you can for me right away you can tell when I really like a song when my face like lights up and I'm just like oh my immediately like the first like line or the first like snippet of the song is played like I'm like oh my god, so like for this already like this album is gonna take the cake I think. But we're just gonna go ahead and move on to the next song, y'all. Oh shit. Oh, this is more like SOB EDM-y, I guess. Oh. Oh, oh wow, that beat, that drop of like a little beat. Oh, okay. Okay, that. Hey. Okay, yeah, this is like tying in with SOB, so like it's making sense now. Hey. Ooh, excuse me? Definitely, like I said, very much like different vibes for them. So like they're changing it up though. That line though, I'm like, it kind of reminds me of like oh, not the Whispers. That's so chic. Woo, Xiang. Okay, it's kind of giving me because it is like that EDM vibe. It's kind of giving me I forgot what the name of the song was, but the everyday I'm shuffling. It kind of reminds me of that kind of vibe. So I'm just like, I like how they, because I was really wondering how the rest of the album was gonna sound after hearing SOB and then snippets of X. So I was like, oh, those are like way two different like vibes of songs, right? Whereas like obviously with X, it's kind of similar to what they did for All My Poetry, just a little bit more like darker in a way. But then for like all of us were like SOB was just like whoa, like a complete like punch in the face because we're just like that was like insane. So I do like that they're like balancing it out well so far with having another like R&B style track with Who's That, Jane Doe, and then this is like Chic It, which is like kind of tying back in that EDM-y like vibe that they were going with SOB. But okay, the next song now, which is X. To the max, to the max. That run. Oh, I forgot the Spanish. Why would it? Because why did they have to add the Spanish in there? Like, trying to kill me. To the max, get on the speed. Because I still like like I mentioned, I love when they do like the regular version of it, original version of it first. To the max. I'm so like Kenshin. I'm happy like with the lines he's getting. Like he's killing it. The runs, Kyungbei, the runs. I live for a good run, y'all. To the max. And the ab libs, oh my god. Come on, Minwook on the abs. To the max. And like this key, like not key change, but like the rhythm change. Woo! On the street, I'll drink the max. 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, get the good tea. You're the best. We get on the stage. 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, get the good tea. That little trumpet sound too, like chef's kiss. I love a trumpet song, y'all. Such a good song. I think they did a great job choosing like I said, I think they did a great job with how they like so far have included, throwing back to, what the original sound was with All My Poetry, because I think everyone really liked that song and that sound of it. It caught a lot of attention with it. So they're just like, maybe we should bring that back, but like change it up a little bit and make it a little bit more like deeper in terms of like, because that I feel like for All My Poetry was like a easy on the ears, where here it's like it is easy on the ears, but like there are certain like you like get caught with like, oh, there's like a different like melody here, like a different like instrument being used here to like accentuate like parts of like the lyrics or like the runs and like to complement like parts of the songs. So you're just like, oh, like so you're just like catching like new things every time you listen. And then obviously, like I said, with them having SOB in here, I was just like really wondering like, oh, what is this gonna like sound like? What vibe are they gonna go for? So like that was their like way of like, oh, we're trying out something new, like trying to catch like people's attention, and like kind of try out a new genre for them. So I was like, we're pretty smart in doing that. But ooh. Ooh. Wait. Hey! Oh! Oh! It's a little bit more like hip hop. Hey. Ooh. Wow.
Push the start and I wake up 2.0.
Oh.
앞뒤쪽 어느 중적 2.0. 너만이까지 keep no I'm the one you need. Do it now, it's just time to go. Hit on your face, my new wave 2.0.
Hey, hey. Okay, we're throwing it back to a little bit to like that. A little bit of like house kind of like high like music. Oh. I think that sounded like Yojun doing that. Ooh. The falsetto and like the runs in this album, like insane. Hey. Ooh. And then it goes back. Hey. Oh, okay, okay. Hey. They're kind of being playful with this. Hey. Ooh. Ooh, like the outro of it? Ooh. Oh, this album is so good, y'all. Wow. Like I said, they're doing a really great job of like, experimenting with a new different sound to like gain like attention that way and like, try out something different for the group. So like to show, not just the fans, but like anyone who like is now like paying attention, like, oh, we can do different kind of genres. It's not just, necessarily the cute, not necessarily just like, like moody kind of like softer like R&B vibes. Like we can do everything like on a spectrum. But I think that was the last song if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was. So wow, it was such a good album. Like I'm blown away because like I said, I was really like not nervous but very like like a little confused and being like, oh, like what is this gonna like, what are they gonna do for this album? Because like they're like, oh, we're gonna do dark concept. I'm like, okay, I got the dark concept, right? But then when they dropped like we saw the pictures first a little bit, right? And then we got SOB and I was just like, what is this? Like, whoa, like I was not expecting them to do like house kind of like EDM-y kind of sound, but okay, like I guess this is like, their way of trying something new, trying to get like attention that way and like, oh, be like a little bit like trippy and eye-catching, and it was like, okay, like definitely like woke me up, right? And then when we finally got like heard snippets of X, right, or at least like the spoilers that I got, and then from the MV show, I was just like, oh, like we're going back to R&B, but a little bit more like darker, a little bit more like, I guess in a way not like, I was gonna say like a little bit like more like sultry, and like like the way that they like had like the song like a little bit darker, right? And I was just like, oh, okay. I'm like, so two different kind of vibes we're getting for like a B-side and like a title track, but like both very eye-catching and like very intriguing in their own ways, but like one of them obviously like still more like something that I think is easier to easier to listen to for like most like and like Korea. I feel like it was mostly catered for like Korea because it's all about like, oh, what's gonna do well on the charts, right? And like what's gonna be something easy for people to listen to, something that they're quote unquote like used to, but make it a little bit different. So I was like, okay, kind of throwing back to that. And then the rest of the album, I was just like, okay, we got another R&B song, love that. But then they brought in they brought in one another, which song was it? They brought in like 2.0 was also a little bit different. Chic was a little bit different. Like they brought in that tying it back to like the SOB EDM house kind of music and be like, okay, well, like this is them like tying it together without it making like being like super crazy of like because it would be like, oh, like you're giving us like a softer like, oh, like ballad all of a sudden, like what, like you know what I mean. So it just makes sense with how they organized it. But yeah, I'm excited to see how the Jane Doe stage is gonna look like after hearing, because like immediately I was just like, oh, like the first 5 seconds I was like, oh, gonna that like it's over, like I love this song already. This album's already my favorite out of the entire discography for the last one. I think it's just because for me I do really like cutesy songs sometimes, but like I said, it takes me a while sometimes to like listen constantly to them before they start getting more catchy and I start learning the lyrics, and I'm just like, oh, like, and then I grow appreciative over it, because like with like I said, with Eternal, the how to dance and all that, and like the rest of the B-sides, especially like subtitled, I was like not my favorite song at first, like even though I do like a good ballad. But then I started hearing it more, and then immediately I was like, oh, it's like my second favorite song from that album. Same thing with You from the Snowy Summer. Snowy Summer was obviously like main one. Then obviously I had Paint Candy, and I was like, oh, Paint Candy 11. And then You was like, oh, I love this song a lot after listening to it. So but for this album, I think every single song I was like has been my taste in music in a way, or like has caught my eye, and I really like the vibe that they were doing. But yeah, so I guess yeah, this is gonna be the end for my listening, and I shall see you um when I watch my stages reactions. But until then, I shall see you in the next one.